What's going on, everybody? This is Ty, the crypto guy, and this is episode 8 of this series. It's been a crazy end to the year. Not only is the phone ringing, but you guys need to subscribe and smash that like button. Um, but Continuing on of what happened last week and even into this week, Bitcoin has smashed all-time highs, and it is currently trading at 23,500. So going back to 2017, it wasn't even able to breach the $20,000 mark. And like there's just this huge candle from 19,000 just broke through it. And you could really say that's a lot of institutional interest. Now, what I wanted to talk about for this episode was I just wanted to say like happy holidays. Thank you guys for watching this. This is like a new hobby of mine, so I just wanted to keep it going and bring valuable content. Let's see. Okay, I messed something up. Let's go back to here. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring valuable content to the table and talk about some things. So let's go. So I wanted to say like what a time it is to be a Bitcoiner. You know what I mean? For the people that were looked at crazily because they talked about Bitcoin, it was just like a new thing to a lot of people, and some thought it was like a bubble or some fad. Now it's really grown from that full-on speculation in 2017. Some people like they became millionaires, some people like even became billionaires by being an early adopter, and then they got wrecked in the subsequent crash following 2017 into 2018. Like that premise of having a scarce asset has just grown more and more from 2017 all the way until now. And you could really see that in not only the price, but the institutional interest into Bitcoin. You know, like in the macro environment that we have now, we have a Federal Reserve that's going to be able to print as much money as they want, an infinite amount of money. Just in this last year, 20% of the entire money supply has been created in the history of money. So just thinking of that in the scale of the money printing, having a scarce asset intrinsically has value when you own a little bit of it, which is great for Bitcoiners. Now, yeah, like really what people really need to do is realize that this is like a shift and a revolution of like it started with blockchain and being able to benefit from that. And talking about Bitcoin, some people they look at the price, like regular people, like $23,000 is a lot of money, and it really is for a lot of people, and you can't really come up with that on the fly. So one thing that I've learned throughout my journey of like investing in Bitcoin in general has you can buy fractions of it, little portions of Bitcoin along the way. And this has been something that I've been able to be disciplined about and find success with to begin with. So like that's a really big plus. So what I'm talking about is dollar cost averaging. And what dollar cost averaging is, it's spacing out your buys or your investments over a period of time rather than buying or investing one lump sum of money. And what this does is it limits your risk to volatility, sudden changes in movement in the price of an underlying asset, and then it spaces that out over time. So say like you have $1,000 or $10,000, and then you drop that into Bitcoin, and then it drops like 10-20%, you lose $1,000-$2,000, right? Whereas if you space out that $10,000 investment, $1,000 investment, you're buying in at different averages, right? So it just really limits your risk to volatility, and it's a safer and conservative way of accumulating um, some of an asset. And a lot of people do this all the time. Say they're investing into in equities. Say they have like an Acorns account, or they're investing into their 401k. You work a little bit, and then you purchase a little bit of some shares or some assets along the way, and then you just really grow up a little nest egg for retirement. Now, taking that say philosophy, and then applying it to Bitcoin would be really really prudent to do, given that this is such a like a young asset. It's really nascent. It's really new compared to everything else that's been created. And even though this is for like entertainment purposes, I've actually done it. So um, that's one thing that I really wanted to talk about. And like with Bitcoin, all right, so like there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin, right? Um, and in the midst of like infinite money printing, having a scarce asset, 21 million of it, right? It's literally a game of accumulation. So you need to accumulate as much as you can, more than somebody else, in order to have a stronger purchasing power. That's literally the game. This is the race that we're all going to be in. So what you need to do is, accumulate. And what I do, like my strategy is I work a stable job. I get a paycheck. I pay my required bills, right? And then I save and invest the rest, and I just let that grow. I mean, we're in the midst of a pandemic, right? Like, who's really going out every weekend to the bar to, grab drinks with friends and stuff like that? I mean, if you are, you do you, but I mean, that's at a huge risk, of catching the virus. And like for me, like I'm just working, saving money, investing money, and then watching it grow. Like it's super easy and disciplined for me to do that, and then like I can, watch my money grow over time. That's essentially what I've been doing this entire year. Like I work a little bit, and I buy fractions of a Bitcoin, which you can do. I don't have to put up an entire like $23,500 to buy a full Bitcoin. Not a lot of people in the world can do that, but if you can, kudos to you. And it's not just Bitcoins that I'm doing that with. You can also buy, say, like USD coin. You can also buy Ethereum. You can buy other types of crypto assets out there and just accumulate over time and then watch that grow. And the cool thing about the crypto market, and I would say this is the advantage it has over, legacy centralized finance, is you can literally have access to all these platforms out there that allow you to earn interest on that underlying asset. So you can take your Bitcoin, put it onto a platform, and earn interest in Bitcoin, which is a finite asset, which is really scarce. So you're earning more of that scarce asset. So there's only going to be more of a demand. This is the like the principles of cryptocurrency. Is decentralized and out there for everybody to take advantage of. And it's not just Bitcoin. Say you wanted to earn interest in Ethereum, you wanted to earn interest in USD coin, you wanted to earn interest in DAI, you wanted to earn interest in some other crypto asset out there. You could probably find it out there on the internet and earn interest on it. It's not rocket science. It's cryptocurrency. And that's one of the cool things. Maybe one of these days I'll actually do some reviews of some of the platforms that I use to earn more cryptocurrency. So that's one of the cool things. Now, what I wanted to do now is I'll show you an example of dollar cost averaging, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin. So I'll go into my transactions here, and I'll show you some of the transactions that I have, not all of them. It's nice to maintain some type of policy or privacy. So let's go ahead and start screen recording, and then I'll add this to the video later. All right, so we're going to go back to September 7th, 2020, and then we can look at, my buy of $111 worth of Bitcoin. Granted, there are some fees, transaction fees, exchange fees, but see, that $111 turned into $249, and that isn't within 3 months, right? So 125% change. And I'm working and I'm buying dollar cost averaging every week, right? So I buy a little bit every week. I buy a little bit every week. And you can see how much my cost basis is and what the current value of that investment is. So it's literally growing, it's doubling in value over 3 months, right? And I just keep doing it, like I work my job, I pay my bills, I save and invest, I dollar cost average into this scarce asset, right? I'm not going out and spending money on dumb shit, right? Like I'm buying the fucking dip. It's not rocket science. Again, like it's super simple that I'm doing, and then I'm literally watching my money grow, in real time. Um, Granted, like I spend a lot of time just looking at this stuff, and maybe I should spend a little bit less time, but like I'm focused on my cheddar. I'm focused on my bread here. I'm watching it grow. It's like my baby. Like I'm watching that grow up before my eyes. It's like walking. It's gonna be running soon. And like this is just 2020. Like I was able to do this in the midst of everything, and then just be chilling, right? And yeah, going back, like this was throughout this entire spectacular rise, and then this is the last one where it dipped a little bit, and that's part of the game of dollar cost averaging. Like you buy at average prices. I reduced my risk to volatility, and such as that. So that's something that I really wanted to show you guys. It's super useful, super simple to do, and it's valuable information, right? Granted, this is for entertainment purposes, so you should subscribe and hit the like button. But as I said, for like entertainment purposes and sort of informational, like I really do hope this helps. And like it's coming to the end of the year, and maybe if you incorporate some of this information, you can really set yourself up for an even better year next year. And that's really one of my goals, to set myself up for a better and more successful year next year, and just have healthy and successful habits. So yeah, on that note, happy holidays, happy new year, and this is Ty, the crypto guy. Peace.